Hello, Bellflower. Thank you for joining me today for our city's 2020 State of the City video presentation. As you know, this video format is not the traditional way we deliver this especially important message. However, in an effort to keep everyone safer at home while we are in this pandemic, we at City Hall have also made some changes, including this address. When I started this year as mayor this past December, I said that 2020 would be a year unlike any other. Trust me, this is not what I had in mind. Each year, we have a theme, and this year, our theme really came from the heart. 2020 has truly been a year without precedent. As we all know, it has not been easy in many ways, and I wanted to touch on what we have been through as a city, as a community, what we continue to go through, and how we have come through it together. The 2020 State of the City theme is Meeting the Moment Together. Resilience, community, progression. Despite the fact that 2020 has been so challenging in our nation and here in our city, I have seen some amazing progress in our community truly come together. This is really no surprise because if there's one thing we have all known, it is that our Bellflower community is resilient. I want to take this opportunity to discuss Bellflower's current state of the city, what we have accomplished in 2020, and what we have to look forward to in the future as we navigate our new normal together. Prior to COVID-19, this event was originally scheduled to be held on October 1st at the main event center with a gathering of hundreds of local leaders, residents, the business community, city staff, and my city council colleagues. I can imagine it now, a delicious lunch catered by TGIS Catering and this presentation about our city, our beautiful city of Bellflower. I am proud that we continue to press forward and, just like every mayor of the city of Bellflower has done prior to me, that I'm able to lead a presentation to our community to report the status of each city department's accomplishments over the past year and what we have to look forward to in the future. I'm confident this pandemic-modified presentation will do just that and more. Let me start by sharing that as mayor, as a community member, business owner, volunteer, husband, father, and your friend and neighbor, I know firsthand how difficult this pandemic has been for the majority of us in Bellflower this year. Neither our city nor any of us today has ever experienced these difficult and unprecedented challenges. Events changed, and tried and true Bellflower traditions look very different. Our dining and social experiences were transformed. Zoom meetings are the new norm. So many of us now work from home or continue to work in our essential jobs, but in modified ways. Normal companionship and celebrations have been altered altogether, not only here, but in every city and every town in our nation. On a personal level, as mayor, having to prevent businesses from operating and their employees from working while just trying to make an honest living due to a pandemic that they never caused nor asked for is among the hardest things that I've ever had to do in my life. But despite the odds, the fatigue, and desire to give up, Bellflower has not. Despite COVID-19, our community has continued to beat its traditional heart and core city services have continued to be delivered with excellence. Bellflower has continued to recover quickly from these challenges by being resilient. We have continued our fellowship with others, our common attitudes, interests, goals, and helping our own by bonding together as a community. And we have continued our overall progression by moving towards a more advanced and exciting state here in Bellflower. You have a lot to be proud of, Bellflower. You have and continue to meet the moment together. Now, I would like to share with you the various departments in the city and the status of each. There are so many wonderful things happening in Bellflower, and I'm deeply proud to share them with our community. I will begin this year with our Public Safety Department. The mission of the Public Safety Department is to protect and serve our Bellflower community by providing timely, efficient, and effective law enforcement and law enforcement support services. This year, we have a new support service that has been added to the Public Safety Department and a huge accomplishment for the city and our administration team as well. On May 20th of this year, the New Hope Temporary Service Shelter became operational. New Hope is a shelter only for homeless individuals with a link to Bellflower, and its name was actually chosen by our residents through an online poll with close to 400 of our residents participating in its naming. This is a state-of-the-art 50-bed shelter that is operated by Mercy House. The operator works to assist program participants by creating housing plans, making connections to housing resources, and ending their homelessness as soon as possible. The program maintains a strict no walk-up policy and depends on referrals from local nonprofit organizations such as Kingdom Causes Bellflower, along with our contracted homeless liaisons, CityNet, and the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department. To date, the shelter has housed more than 50 homeless individuals and found permanent housing for 2 of the formerly homeless in just 3 short months. Even during this time of pandemic, we were able to have a small, socially distanced dedication of our new shelter. We were joined by Los Angeles County Supervisor Janice Hahn and Federal Court Judge David O. Carter. Let's take a look. Welcome to New Hope. We're so proud to have everyone here this morning. The special number for today is 5. Why is 5 special? Because it took 5 months for us to get this facility up and running. From inception to actual opening, 5 months. That's how quickly this problem needed to be fixed in Bellflower. That we pushed to get this thing done in 5 months, which is unprecedented. We're really proud of the fact that the City Council and the city as a whole has supported this project, and we're looking forward to being able to help people and at the same time being able to balance that with enforcing our laws and being able to have our quality of life restored.
That we can find solutions for those who are experiencing homelessness, and we can do it with the buy-in of our constituents and our residents. And this proves that I think when people begin to see this facility, all their fears and concerns will be wiped away.
Along with the addition of New Hope, our public safety team has been busy over the past year and during this time of pandemic. They have assisted with enforcement of state and county regulations when it comes to illegal operations of businesses during COVID-19. They have kept Bellflower businesses informed of fluctuating changes to the regulations by providing timely updates through in-person visits and social media. Our online platforms continue to expand, and we continue to gain users every day with over 5,000 Nextdoor members, 15,000 Crime Watch Bellflower members, and over 5,500 Bellflower community awareness and crime prevention social media followers. In the past 12 months, our public safety team has closed down 7 illegal gambling operations and continues to monitor for illegal businesses. Recently, public safety acquired 3 new hybrid public safety vehicles. These vehicles were paid for using South Coast Air Quality Management District, or AQMD, funds that the city receives from the AQMD for green projects that are related to alternative fueled vehicles. The Public Safety Department continues to coordinate the Neighborhood Watch program. They hosted our 3rd annual Christmas with a Cop event to bring cheer to those in our community in need, and recorded a first ever virtual National Night Out to continue reminding our residents how important public safety is in our community. Let's take a quick look.
My name is Sergeant Matthew Ferguson. Due to the pandemic, we are doing a little less personal contact than before. Some of the things that we would have done in person, now we're doing via phone calls or email. My message for the Bellflower community is to be aware of your personal property. Keep it secured. Look out for your neighbors as well. We've seen an increase in theft in recent months that we want to try to help combat. I'd like the community to know that we are here to help. there's something in a neighborhood that is bothering you or your neighbors, please reach out to us, let us know what's happening.
My name is Michael Ponce de Leon. I'm a Los Angeles County Sheriff's deputy, and I've served Bellflower for 5 years. We understand that a lot of the community wants to be out, but there's also rules that we have to follow. Not being in some of the parks that are closed, wearing face masks, and just kind of being very responsible towards other people. I'd like the community to know to just make sure you lock your cars, keep your valuables out of sight, and just stay safe.
Now, I would like to share some of the exciting developments that are progressing throughout our city. I am sure you have noticed some of these wonderful additions over the past year. I think it is important to recognize that we all have accomplished this progression despite COVID-19, and I would like to take a moment to highlight a few of these projects to be extremely proud of. Our new grocery store, Aldi, which is accompanied by Blink Fitness on Bellflower Boulevard. On the southwest corner of Bellflower and Artesia, we have a new Dunkin' and Wingstop for your breakfast and dinner cravings. Also on Artesia, 2 developments that have been completed are the Boulevard Project, a 61-unit complex, and the Garden House Project, which includes 24 units. Both projects have a retail component. If you head west on Artesia towards our western city limits, you will come across a brand new development, STG Auto Group. They sell high-end, luxury used cars. You can also expect to see more development in our downtown that continues our renaissance towards becoming a destination once again, this time as a local and regional entertainment destination. The old Greek Market building on the corner of Bellflower Boulevard and Main Street will soon be under construction as the Edgeway. The Edgeway will consist of a highly desired Laemmle movie theater, general commercial retail space, and 91 luxury housing units that are unlike anything we have here in our city. We have been working with Serrano Development Group for the past year on this project and look forward to the construction of this large development in the heart of downtown Bellflower. This will be located just south of the brand new parking structure. We're also looking forward to another food use on Bellflower Boulevard, just south and across from Laurel Street. This development is known as the Brew Refinery. They are currently in the plan check stage, and we expect construction to begin soon. This exciting addition to downtown will include a microbrewery, a tasting room on the first floor, a restaurant on the second floor, and a rooftop lounge overlooking Bellflower Boulevard. It continues the further activation of our downtown with more options for both our residents as well as our visitors. We are soon expecting a brand new entertainment venue in the downtown, right off of Belmont and next to Hambone's restaurant. The stand-up comedy club is set to open this year and will feature the best comedians around and serve cocktails and delicious appetizers from Hambone's. There are also new additions on the south side of Bellflower Boulevard. The Exchange Building, which was formerly the JCPenney Building, is a unique and exciting development owned by Howard CDM, the developer of Steelcraft. The first floor of the building will be home to a brewery, distillery, and food use makers concept. The second floor will be used as small business incubators and innovative shared office space, and the third floor will serve as a headquarters for Howard CDM's corporate offices. We appreciate all of the work that Howard CDM has done in Bellflower and are excited that they have decided to plant roots here in Bellflower. Another exciting fact about this development is that it will be a WELL-certified building, a major first not only for our city, but our local region. As you continue south on Bellflower Boulevard, a major development by Azure Development is in the works and is currently known as the Bellflower Center. The brand new development is slated to be on the southeast corner of Bellflower Boulevard and Cedar Street. It will consist of modern general commercial space with a primary focus on food uses, one of which will have a drive-thru. Altogether, these developments represent great examples of investment and progression in our community as we move forward together, as well as faith in the direction our city is headed in. Not only has our economic development team been working hard on developments throughout town, they have also created a small business grant program through which we have granted close to $300,000 in total to more than 20 local businesses. Not only did the City Council authorize business assistance grants, but we also recently approved a residential assistance program. We are very proud that this program is now available and assisting our residents and business community during COVID-19. I would like to highlight a few recent additions throughout the city that have really brought some life and a pop of color to our city. The underpass mural at the 91 freeway and Bellflower Boulevard got a fresh redesign that includes some stylized bellflowers in our downtown logo. In downtown, on the Nestambien restaurant building, there is a unique and exciting new mural by local muralist Dave Van Patten that he created in a whimsical design to enrich the cityscape representing the community's homegrown restaurants. And New Hope Temporary Shelter itself also features its own beautiful and vibrant Bellflowers mural along with the name of our shelter on the front of its building. To find out more about all of our city programs and updates about what is happening in Bellflower, you can visit us on social media, subscribe to the eCitizen newsletter, and visit our webpage at www.bellflower.org. Our economic development team has done so much despite COVID-19, and we can't thank them enough for all of their hard work in helping make our city's tremendous progress a reality. I know that I briefly mentioned the new parking structure in downtown Bellflower, but I want to use the new structure as a segue to talk a bit about our Public Works Department and all of the work that they have done every day throughout our city. Not only does the Public Works Department do landscaping, they also do asphalt work, graffiti abatement, pole maintenance, field inspections, building maintenance, and so much more. One project that they assisted with over the past year is a brand new downtown Bellflower parking structure. This beautiful structure is a complementary development to the main event center and Los Angeles County Fire Museum, located across the street on Bellflower and Main Street. With the fast development in the downtown, the City Council and city staff knew that a parking structure was necessary, and we are thankful it is finally here. This project was designed and built in 2 short years, and it came out amazing. The parking structure is equipped with 10 electric vehicle charging stations that were paid for by AQMD, and it also has a smart park system that counts how many parking spaces are available on each level of the structure. If you haven't taken a look out from the top of the structure yet, I would definitely suggest you make the trip. It offers us all a tremendous view from up there, and you can even see the recently completed and new outdoor venue at the main event center, which is known as The Garden. The Garden is ready to be booked for outdoor events. It is a perfect venue for weddings, parties, or happy hours. The Garden is also catered by our exclusive caterer, TGIS. Over the past couple months, I am sure you have noticed some street improvements throughout the city. The intersection of Bellflower Boulevard and Alondra has been resurfaced. There have been extensive Eucalyptus Street improvements, and our asphalt division has continued our annual slurry seal project. The streets are looking much better, and I think you'll agree, driving seems to be smoother. In the past year, we have installed 40 new and beautiful bus shelters, offering shade and LED lights that are powered completely by solar panels. We have also installed 2 new traffic signals. One is at the intersection of Bellflower Boulevard and Main Street to help with the ease of pedestrian traffic into downtown. The second, that I am very proud to say many residents have said positive things about, is at Woodruff and Lindell Street in front of Ernie Pyle Elementary School. Our Public Works Department has a few major projects that we have to look forward to completing this year. One of them is the transformative Carruthers Park Stormwater and Urban Runoff Capture Project. This project will capture stormwater and urban runoff from both the Los Cerritos Channel and lower San Gabriel River watersheds through a diversion system that will redirect urban runoff and stormwater from an open channel located between Carruthers Park. The captured water will pass through a pre-treatment system to remove trash, debris, and sediments. A drainage pipeline will then convey the water into a large, buried, multi-chambered storage and infiltration facility consisting of precast concrete storage units. The project also includes the replacement of the existing playgrounds, wading pool, and impacted trees. Altogether, Bellflower is getting a brand new park in partnership with Caltrans. Soon we will have new playgrounds, a splash pad, new trees, updated landscaping, and a newly paved parking lot. The cost of the project is approximately $13 million, and it is being completely funded by Caltrans. This is a great project with so many benefits for our city, its residents, and Caltrans, along with being environmentally friendly. Construction is anticipated to be completed later this fall. Another project that I am personally looking forward to are the enhancements to our special Veterans Memorial located at Library Garden. As a veteran, this project is near and dear to my heart, and I look forward to dedicating this project on Veterans Day 2020. This is really a joint project by our Public Works and Parks and Recreation departments. Thank you both. In addition to working on the upcoming dedication of the Veterans Memorial, our Parks and Recreation Department is planning additional programs and events within the new COVID-19 health order guidelines. As we all know, this year has not been business as usual, as our traditional summer events and special interest classes were canceled, and park facilities and amenities were closed in light of the pandemic. However, it is not surprising that they have quickly adapted and have shown how innovative and creative they are. If you haven't been on our website to check out our virtual recreation center, please do so. The Virtual Recreation and Resource Center provides fun, educational, and valuable resources during these unprecedented times. Our Parks and Recreation Department is committed to ensuring that our resilient community members have resources to maintain healthy lives, grow meaningful relationships, and continue to have extraordinary experiences. Not only have they created the online portal, but they were also able to coordinate the transition of in-person programs to online programs. One example of this is the Leadership, Experience, and Development Program, also known as LEAD, which was offered virtually this year. The program consisted of a 6-week virtual volunteer program for high school students. Staff transitioned the program to an online format for recruitment, applications, and initial training. The participants did their job training, met many times via Zoom, and learned what it takes to be a successful leader in the Parks and Recreation Department. This program was so successful that it will continue to be offered in the fall. Another valuable program that was developed in response to the pandemic is the Senior Wellness Check Program. This program was developed for seniors that are interested in receiving weekly phone calls to check on their well-being, assess their current needs, and connect them to available resources. The calls also provide some well-needed social interaction that helps promote mental well-being. The program currently has over 30 members and continues to accept new registrants. Interested seniors can call 562-804-1424, extension 2323 to register. Parks and Recreation also manages transportation services in the city, including the Bellflower Bus and Dollar Ride program. Providing residents with access to transportation has been essential during the pandemic by offering the ability to travel to places like grocery stores, banks, and hospitals. This year, Parks and Recreation worked to renew a contract with a service provider and negotiated for brand new buses and smaller minivan-type vehicles for Dollar Ride. In light of the current pandemic, the Parks and Recreation Department has had an opportunity to develop new and innovative programs. They have spent time cleaning, sanitizing, and organizing our park facilities, and they assist with delivering 250 meals to our local Meals on Wheels recipients every week. Under strict guidelines, they reopened the weekly Bellflower Farmers Market, averaging about 400 customers every week. They have done an incredible job, have stayed positive, and continue to develop fun and meaningful programs and events for our community. And we assure you, our events will be back, and they will be bigger, safer, and better than ever. We can't wait. Another department that has shown dedication and development with all the changes that we are facing in 2020 is the Planning and Building Services Department. As many other departments have been closed for in-person services, the Planning, Building, and Code Enforcement divisions continue to take in-person, socially distanced appointments and conduct safe field work. Our innovative building self-certification program continues to be an ideal choice for developers, and the program has issued 20 permits in the last year alone. Also, an additional 1,017 construction permits were issued over the past year, and 34 of those were for accessory dwelling units. Many of the developments that I have already mentioned during this presentation were processed by the Planning and Building Department. It is truly a team effort. Just one quick example of that is the STG auto development that I mentioned earlier. This was a blighted property that our Code Enforcement Division worked with the property owners. It was sold, and then our Economic Development and Planning Department assisted with the rehab of the property, along with expedited planning and building review using the self-certification process. And now, less than 5 months later, they are fully operational and a new tax revenue source for our city and benefiting our residents. Some of you may know that along with our business and rental assistance programs, the City Council also authorized the Business Recovery Program. This program was developed through the Planning and Building Department to allow for outdoor dining and sales during this time of pandemic. They recently updated the program to also include barbershops, salons, nail salons, fitness, and personal care establishments. We are deeply aware that the current COVID-19 situation is difficult for businesses and their employees, and I'm tremendously proud that our city is adapting and making allowances to assist our community and support our businesses as much as possible. The Code Enforcement Division has been a vital part of assisting with compliance of the county's Safer at Home order. They continue to do their part by opening and closing enforcement cases, addressing unpermitted construction, and enforcing property maintenance. We are also proud to report that we currently have 0 illegal cannabis businesses operating in Bellflower. The Planning and Building Services Department will continue to implement the innovative and popular self-certification program, the vacant property ordinance that improves our overall aesthetics here in our city, and will update regulations to ensure a more beautiful Bellflower. Altogether, they continue to be as safe as possible while still providing in-person services on an appointment basis. As I recently mentioned, Bellflower currently has 0 illegal cannabis businesses, and we work hard every day to make this a reality. We do, however, have 12 authorized cannabis-related businesses. The reason I bring this up is because in these trying times, the cannabis industry is doing well. The revenue that is being collected by the city from these legal cannabis businesses is definitely helping with the COVID-19 related decrease in our general fund. In the last year, the taxes and fees that the city has collected from legal cannabis businesses totals approximately $1.5 million, and this amount continues to increase. While this is welcome news, the overall fact of the matter is that the COVID-19 shutdown has hit the business community in a terrible way. And due to that, we have begun to see a drop in general funds from sales tax revenue. But I have no doubt our city's resiliency and progression will get us back on our feet in a matter of time. As in the past, our finance department is known to take a conservative approach. However, we are still looking at a $1 to $2 million decrease in revenue per year for the next 2 years, and that's a major hit. Even prior to the pandemic, we were aware that our general fund would be lower than originally projected, so we began to take some proactive steps. Currently, the city is on a hiring freeze for any vacant positions, and we are not filling positions that we feel can remain vacant for the time being. All of our department heads have reduced their budgets to limit discretionary spending. Although we have implemented this proactive approach, we are still concerned about our finances moving forward. So in July, the City Council voted unanimously to add a ballot measure to the November 3, 2020 ballot. This decision was made in response to a recommendation from the Revenue Ad Hoc Subcommittee, and it was not easy. This committee consisted of 13 highly respected community members who met many times and reviewed the city's financial state. Despite the fact that it may appear this was in reaction to the COVID-19 revenue decline, this recommendation was in fact made prior to the pandemic. This means that we were aware before the COVID-19 pandemic that we needed to allow for our residents to vote for a sales tax measure to help keep Bellflower financially sound. This measure allows registered Bellflower voters to vote on a sales tax increase of 3/4 of a cent. Our estimates show that this would generate an estimated $4.5 million annually for your city of Bellflower. If passed, the measure will help keep local money local, and it will assist with the financial transparency related to city expenditures. This year also marks the 26th year in a row that our finance department was awarded the prestigious Government Finance Officers Association Award of Financial Reporting Achievement. Our finance department does an exceptional job every year, and although this year has posed unprecedented financial challenges, they continue to maintain excellence in financial reporting. I would also like to thank our city attorney and his staff who have done an exceptional job at protecting Bellflower and helping to guide us through these difficult times. We have such a wonderful city with staff members and consultants that work tirelessly to make Bellflower a better place to live, work, and play. I am blessed and thankful to represent such a great city that I have professional, smart, and dedicated council colleagues. I know our city clerk would definitely want me to remind everyone that this is an election year and to get out and vote starting October 5 until November 3 for both the general, presidential election and the City of Bellflower municipal election. And last but not least, I would like to thank our city manager and his hardworking staff members for all they do for our city every single day. Our city's resiliency and progression during these unprecedented COVID-19 times does not happen without their leadership, innovation, and teamwork. On behalf of my council colleagues and I, we would like to thank you, our Bellflower community, not only for taking the time to watch our 2020 State of the City address, but also for your faith and trust. After hearing this report, I am confident you'll agree that we are meeting the moment together through resilience, community, and progression. Thank you, and go Bellflower.